Hello friends, I see Archana and welcome you all on this channel. I hope you all are keeping well in this lockdown period. Today we will be discussing circular number 138 that was issued yesterday only, and in which they have clarified regarding certain issues in which the taxpayers were facing difficulties in complying with the GST provisions. So the first point that has been clarified in this, that in case IRPs or RPs were facing difficulties in obtaining the registration within the timeline that has been decided by notification number 11/2020. So again they have issued a further clarificatory notification 39/20, in which they have clarified that looking into the current situation, the new timeline to obtain the registration on the appointment of IRP or RP will be within 30 days of such appointment or by 30th June 2020, whichever is later. So now I think they have well taken care of the provisions that yes, in case you are facing some difficulties, so you have enough time to abide by this provision. The next point they have clarified is that whether to take the fresh registration on appointment of IRP and RP is mandatory, or even if they have complied with all the provisions of the GST law under the registration of corporate debtors. So then they have again clarified that in case they have complied with all the compliances, so there will be no requirement to take a fresh registration in cases where the statement in the form of GSTR 1 under section 37 and return in the form of GSTR 3B under section 39 for all the tax periods prior to the appointment of IRP and RP has been complied with. Then again the next point that has been clarified is that in case where an appointed IRP is not ratified and a new RP is being appointed, so whether the same new GSTN shall be transferred from IRP to RP. So in that case they have clarified that yes, this is an amendment, that too of a NORCOR field or NORCOR amendment of the registration. And in that case they have said that yes, in case the IRP is not ratified and a new separate RP is being appointed, so what they have to do is that they have to change the authorized signatory, and the authorized signatory of the company can add the new RP and IR or IRP as the case may be. Whosoever is newly appointed person can be amended by changing the authorized signatory. So that will be a provision, or that will be the way to amend or to make any further changes in case the same IRP is not ratified and a new RP is being appointed. So these are the few things that has been clarified by this circular number 138. And other things that they have clarified looking into this current pandemic COVID-19 situation is regarding the merchant exporter. We all know, as per notification number 40/2017, which was issued in on 23rd October 2017, there is a mandatory condition to avail the benefit of merchant exporter that he has to export the goods that has been procured under this benefit notification within 90 days from the issue of invoice. Now again, because of this current situation, they have clarified that in case the time period of that 90 days falls between 20th March 2020 up to 29th June 2020, then that 90 days shall be deemed to be auto extended up to 30th June 2020. So now the new timeline that up to which he can export those goods that has been procured under this beneficial notification will be date of invoice 90 days, and if those 90 days are falling between the prescribed timeline, then the new timeline or up to which he can complete his export will be 30th June 2020. One more thing that has been clarified regarding ITC 04, that is one thing that we have to fill a form whenever we are sending our goods for some job work. So the timeline for those is end of the every quarter, the next 25th of the succeeding month from the end of the quarter is the usual due date for filing of the ITC 04. Why this circular? They have clarified that because they have already issued a notification for extension of the timelines, for the extension of the compliances. So again, this also falls under the same. And new timeline for filing the ITC 04 for the quarter ending 31st March 2020 will be extended up to 30th June 2020. One thing that I would like to share over here is that they have extended the ITC 04 timeline for the period ending March 2020. But what about the earlier time period? Because I don't think so people have really complied with the filing of ITC 04. So again, this is one point of consideration for which they have to look into the matter, and they have to accordingly clarify for the same also. But otherwise, these were the few issues that were being taken care in this circular number 138/2020, which was issued on 6th of May 2020. So this was all that was discussed in this circular, and with this, even I'll put a stop for my deliberation for the day. So take good care of yourself, enjoy, take time for yourself, take time for your family, take time for your relatives, or time for your people whom you really